Originally, you know, the question was, how do you redo Battlestar Galactica and how do you remake it?
The world didn't need another science fiction fantasy adventure. There were already 10 copycats out there as it was.
You sure they'll fly?
Well, the reactor's still hot. So all we have to do is pull the rad buffers from the engine, refuel it, load the ordnance, and you're ready to go.
We wanted to go back to the beginning, retell the original tale in a different way.
To tell stories that are going to be very visceral and resonant with our culture and with our times.
All ministers and officials should now go to Case Orange.
The president, the vice president, and most of the cabinet are dead or incapacitated.
Send a message. I'm taking command of fleet.
We want to do something to the genre that hasn't been done in a generation, which is to actually treat it seriously.
This is the map to Earth.
The critical response has been really gratifying. I don't think I really anticipated it would be so well received.
It's not enough to survive. One has to be worthy of surviving.
We both came at this opportunity with the motivation and the agenda to blow the wheels off the genre.
The war is over.
It hasn't begun yet.
Starbuck. There's a call sign. Starbuck. Starbuck.
How's the wife?
Ultimately, I think the show is accessible to almost anybody because it's what it really is about. It's about people. It's a character drama. There'll be backstory and technology that they may not understand, but I think you'll be able to quickly identify the key character relationships.
You can enjoy it purely on the basis of the drama and the plotting, or you can have a deeper enjoyment of it if you're a regular viewer by enjoying the soapy arc, as it were.
What's the charge this time?
Striking a superior ass.
I bet you've been waiting all day to say that one.
Most of the afternoon, yeah.
Right.
There's a search for truth that we sort of explore continually. What would really happen in this circumstance? What would people really do? Not what's the dramatic thing, not what's the TV thing. What would really happen to these people? How would they really conduct themselves? How would these ships really work in space? And that philosophy has sort of driven us since the beginning. A battlestar is sort of a combination of an aircraft carrier and a battleship in space. A battlestar is a big, scary piece of machinery. I mean, it's a really powerful warship. It's the most powerful warship in the colonial fleet. The Galactica was actually on its way to being retired. It was an old battlestar that was used in the first war against the Cylons, which took place about 45 years ago.
Commander Adama, if I may?
Captain, I just wanted to say what a pleasure it's been serving with you on your command, sir.
Its commander, Adama, was also a veteran of the first Cylon War, and he too was going to go into retirement.
Attention on deck!
He's the father figure of the entire series.
The Cylon War is long over, yet we must not forget the reasons why so many sacrificed so much in the cause of freedom.
The Cylons were created by man, as we say at the beginning of the credit every week. And then one day, the Cylons sort of woke up and decided, well, frack this. Why are we working for you, and you have enslaved us? And they turned against their human masters, and there began the first Cylon War.
You cannot play God, then wash your hands of the things that you've created. Sooner or later, the day comes when you can't hide from the things that you've done anymore.
After the first Cylon War ended in an armistice, the two sides stayed apart for 40 years. Little do they know that the Cylons, off by themselves, have been evolving and developing. And so when the Cylons suddenly burst upon the scene after a 40 years silence and attacked the colonies and wiped them out,
It has begun.
they also showed up looking like human beings.
Now you're telling me you're a machine.
I'm a woman.
You're a synthetic woman. A robot.
I've said it 3 times now.
Well, forgive me, I'm having the tiniest little bit of trouble believing that, because the last time anybody saw the Cylons, they looked more like walking chrome toasters.
The Cylons from the beginning have wanted to wipe out humanity. And in their view, they feel like God has made them perfect. Mankind was imperfect.
In a few hours, no one will be left. Humanity's children are returning home. Today. Get down.
Moments ago, this ship received word of a Cylon attack against our home worlds is underway. As of this moment, we are at war.
Come on!
All right, people, this is what we do. We're the best. So let's get the old girl ready to roll and kick some Cylon ass. Come on, let's go.
Galactica, you've got an inbound nuke!
colonists are trying to survive, first and foremost. Their civilization was wiped out, their homes were wiped out, virtually everyone else that they ever knew in their lives are gone and dead.
Update on the head count.
And they're searching for a place called Earth.
It won't be an easy journey. It'll be long and arduous. But I promise you one thing. On the memory of those lying here before you, we shall find it. And Earth will become our new home.
There's a point at which the Admiral stops thinking and just starts feeling and will go with his gut and will lead that way.
We trained for this.
If we're off in our calculations by even a few degrees, we could end up in the middle of the sun.
No choice.
You're never entirely sure what Bill Adama's going to do, but it also, I think, reinforces the sense that there's a certain sense to the universe. That if Adama says we're going to go left, we're going to go left, and God help us, there's probably a good reason for it.
Jump! Launching those fighters on a hunch. You saved our ship.
Just doing my job.
You do your job good. That's why I need you, Saul. That, and that we're friends.
Adama's best friend for 30-some-odd years now has been Colonel Saul Tigh.
The crew doesn't hate the XO, then he's not doing his job. Besides, gotta make the old man look good.
I always look good.
Look in the mirror.
Like two brothers, I think Adama and Tigh can say things to each other that no one else can say to either of them and get away with it. I think they're also, like brothers, not afraid to, usually involving a bottle of something between them, acknowledge their love for each other. Laura is essentially the wisdom of the show. She never imagined herself to be president. She wasn't on that track at all. She's had to literally rise to the occasion and make many mistakes along the way, lose her way, reclaim it, and really that's what a leader is, someone who's not perfect but is able to lead in spite of their imperfections.
You tried to steal an election?
Yes, I did. But Gaius Baltar cannot become president of the colonies, Bill. It cannot happen.
She's always been willing to cross lines she never thought she would.
Madam President, we have to eliminate the Olympic carrier immediately.
Do it.
But all in service of the idea that mankind itself hangs in the balance. Her mission in life was to get humanity home, which was complicated by the idea that she has cancer. She wants to get everyone to Earth before she dies.
There is no Earth. You understand that?
It would seem that we were wrong.
It's been a slowly percolating relationship between Laura and Adama. They started in major conflict, did not like each other, did not trust each other at all, and they started to respect one another first, and then they started to kind of like one another and started to appreciate one another. And they've gotten to a point now where they're